Hello friends, my name is Andrew Michael. I'm a broker associate with eXp Realty, and today we're going to head over to the historic district to meet my friend Fletcher Hallett with Hallett Insurance, and we are going to explain everything you need to know about homeowners insurance in St. Augustine, Florida. Let's go inside. Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Andrew Michael. I am a broker associate with eXp Realty and the team leader for the Move to Florida's First Coast team. Now, where's Florida's First Coast? Northeast Florida. Every day, we help families just like yours with relocating from all over the country to Florida's First Coast, which is of course Northeast Florida. So if you're looking to move anytime from right now out to about 100 days, we would love the chance to speak with you. You can shoot us a text, give us a phone call, or you can just click on the link, answer a few questions, and we'll set up a Zoom meeting, and someone on our team will meet you virtually and see how we can best help you. Now, if you get any value at all out of this video, do me a favor, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to continue seeing videos like this, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to release 2 to 3 videos per week. So with all that out of the way, I'd like to introduce you to my buddy, Fletcher Hallett.
Glad to be back.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having us. Now, we are at the Hallett Insurance in the historic district of St. Augustine, Florida. In this video, we are going to talk about homeowner insurance insider secrets here in St. Augustine, Florida. So we're going to talk about things that most people don't know about homeowners insurance. So on that note, I got a few questions for you, sir.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. First one. Now, let's say, for instance, you have a normal homeowners insurance policy, and for whatever the reason, you're going to leave town for 6 months. And so you want to rent your house out, like Airbnb or VRBO or any of those types of things. Or you just want to rent out a room. I don't know, maybe you got like 5 bedrooms and you live by yourself, and so you want to rent 1 or 2 of the rooms out. Could that cause a problem with your homeowner's insurance?
It can, and it does a lot of times.
Oh wow, okay. So what do you, like when you say it does, like what kind of issues can come out of that?
So on the standard homeowners policy, an HO3, that's what I have, that's what you have for your homeowner's insurance, that's what most people have for their homeowner's insurance. It does not allow for short-term rental. Now, we do have policies that do allow it, but your standard policy does not.
So let's say, for instance, Lindsay and I are going to go live in Europe for 6 months, which we're not, but if we were, or something of that nature, then we could contact you. You can convert our homeowner's insurance policy over from what we have now to one that would allow for short-term rentals. Now, let's say we don't do that. We figured nobody's going to know, and an incident happens at the house that we now need coverage for, and it didn't even have anything to do with a tenant. Is there a chance that they would not pay that claim?
Yes, they could, because when you bought your homeowner's insurance to begin with, you signed an application. That application said this is your primary house. Mm-hmm. Once it's not your primary house, then you just lied on an application for insurance. Lying on an application, that's no good. That's material misrepresentation on an insurance application. You could actually be convicted of a felony for that if you went through with it, trying to defraud the insurance company. So the policies are not that much more expensive to allow for short-term rental. It's going to cover you better. It's going to cover you the way you want it.
So let's not do that. As a former law enforcement officer, allow me to suggest you not break the law. In fact, and we're going to put Hallett Insurance's information down below. So if you have any direct insurance questions, they'd be more than happy to help you with them. So moving on to the next question. Now, let's say I have a car parked in the driveway somewhere on the property and it gets broken into. Could that be covered under my homeowner's insurance?
Yeah, absolutely. So if there's damage done to the vehicle during the process of breaking into it, that's probably going to be covered only under your car insurance policy. But if they're breaking into your car, they're probably also stealing things from your car. Most policies have a sublimit of coverage for personal property built into the policy for property that's off premises, which would be in your car.
So in short there, your car portion of it, if items are stolen out of the car, which is usually why they break into cars, obviously, may not be the whole thing, but a percentage of it may be covered by your homeowner's insurance.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now, what about hurricane coverage? Is that different than homeowner's insurance?
So hurricane coverage is included in your homeowner's insurance policy.
Okay.
hurricane coverage can be covered. The homeowner's policy can have hurricane coverage several different ways. Sometimes just blanket hurricane coverage across the entire homeowner's policy. Anything that's covered under the homeowner's policy is covered for hurricane damage. Other policies exclude other structures. Other structures are sheds, fences. It could be a detached garage. It's anything other than the main dwelling is other structures. Some policies don't cover hurricane coverage, hurricane damage for other structures.
Gotcha. So you need to call your insurance agent to find out, is what you're saying, whether it's covered, or you can call Hallett Insurance. There you go. All right. So on to the next one, number 4. Now let's say, God forbid, you get homeowners insurance and a catastrophe happens, your home is now totaled, and all of your personal belongings inside the house. Well, how much do they actually cover, like for your TV, your furniture, jewelry, that sort of thing?
So hopefully when you bought your policy, you bought replacement cost on personal property.
As opposed to?
Actual cash value.
What's the difference?
So actual cash value, think about your 5-year-old flat screen TV.
Okay.
A 5-year-old flat screen TV isn't worth anything. It's not worth very much money because it's 5 years old, it's used. Something like a 5-year-old couch, it's not worth much. If you have actual cash value, you're going to get enough to go buy a 5-year-old flat screen TV, which is not very much money.
Where would you even get one of those?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The black market, I guess.
Right.
If you have replacement cost, you're going to get enough to go get a brand new 50-inch flat screen TV or a brand new couch or a brand new area rug. You're going to get enough to go get brand new of everything that you've had.
Now, how much difference price-wise does it make if you're, I know it's going to run the gamut. Does somebody live in a mansion on the beach, or do they live in a modest $400,000 to $500,000 house? But typically, like what you're seeing, how much of a price difference is there between cash value and replacement value for the policy?
The typical policy in our area is no more than a few $100s a year extra.
So it would cost me, let's say, $200 to $300 more to go from cash value to replacement value.
Exactly.
Well, when you consider the cost of like a new TV and a computer and furniture, yeah, okay, that's a no-brainer. Okay, number 5, insider secret is, and this one's a big one here locally, solar panels. Could you possibly lose your homeowner's insurance if you get solar panels?
Yes, if you're net metering.
What is net metering?
So net metering, when people get solar panels on their home, you can do one of 2 things with the power that's generated from those solar panels. You can put a big battery bank in your garage or somewhere in your house, and you can store all that energy so that when there's no sun out, you can use the energy that you've already made from the solar panels. Okay. The other way is to send that energy that you've just made from the solar panels back into the power grid, send it back to the power company. And then at the end of the month, when you get your power bill, they take into account how much energy you sent back to the power company. It's called net metering.
Hence the net, is you're basically, let's say for the sake of argument, let's say you're generating more electricity from your solar panels during the daytime than you're using, then you're selling it to, in our area, it'd be Florida Power and Light or JEA, depending on, or whoever. So basically you're sending it back into the grid and you're selling it to them for your neighbors or whoever to use. But then when nighttime or it's cloudy or for whatever the reason you're not generating enough solar power, then you're buying it back. And so it's the sending the power back to the electric company that causes the problem.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so what can you do about that?
There are a few options out there for insurance policies that can be a little bit more expensive, but there are some policies out there that will allow you to net meter. It's kind of more on the commercial line side because you're doing a commercial, you're doing business at your house, generating power.
Okay, so that's to say it's my house. I'm not doing any business at my house, but I'm doing net metering, meaning I have my solar panels and I'm sending electricity back into the grid. I basically am kind of starting a business in a way, and so that's why it's moving over to commercial. It's not that I'm tearing down my house and building a restaurant or something. It's, okay. So,
exactly.
Okay, so, and would that be a lot more typically, or how much are you seeing?
It depends on the house. There's a lot of variables there, but you can bet on 20 to 30% more a year.
Oh, wow, okay. So you're gonna see, if you do get solar panels and if you end up doing net metering, which most people do, then you're gonna see your insurance go up 20 to 30%. And let's say you don't do that, you just don't say anything about the net metering. What could happen then?
So it's the same thing that could happen with a short-term rental deal. If you lie on your application for insurance, they can deny any claim, even if it has nothing to do with the electrical panels.
Now, do insurance companies ever send people by your house to see if you have, oh, I don't know, solar panels, a trampoline, any number of things. Do they ever do that?
Yeah, they do. So they always do it when you first write a policy. So if you guys buy a house, you buy a policy, within the first 45 days or so, someone from the insurance company is going to drive by. They're probably going to knock on the door. You may or may not be home. They may just take pictures from the road, but they're going to stop by. And then generally speaking, every 3 years or so, they're going to do that again.
Okay, so if you get solar panels, then there's a very real chance that sometime within 3 years, they're going to find out.
They will find out at some point, yes.
Okay, very good.
One more thing too about solar panels. So the onset of solar panels is still kind of new. So we've only really been seeing them used widespread for a couple years now.
Sure.
New things are always a problem for insurance companies. They don't like new things. They don't have any data to back up how to price new stuff like solar panels. So it's starting to get easier to write homes with solar panels now and less expensive, and it's going to get better and better. So if you're thinking about getting them right now, maybe hold off for a year or so. It'll be a whole lot easier and probably less expensive.
Or if you're here in St. Augustine, you can call Hallett Insurance. They can give you a quote just to see how big of a change it would be. And yeah, or if you're in a different part of the country than whoever your homeowner's insurance agent is.
Absolutely.
Cool, very good. All right, well, that's a wrap. So that is the top 5 things that you need to know, homeowner's insurance secrets here in St. Augustine, Florida. If you got any value at all out of this video, do me a favor, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to continue seeing videos like this one, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, again, if you're looking to relocate to Northeast Florida, we would love the chance to help you. So any time between moving right now to, let's say, 100 days out would be a great time. So you can shoot us a text, give us a phone call, or you can just click on the little Zoom link, answer a few questions, and one of us will follow up with you. Thanks a lot, and we look forward to meeting you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.